Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War chant is going full throat. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida, and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole War chant will be rocking this place. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Offense set on first down. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. First down here for the offense. To throw, it's Croman Hope. They're working that left side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Now the play fake. Hit as he throws. And that ball is picked off. He was trying to get that return. And he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
To the ground with the back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Running back searching for a hole. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll try the run. They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Keeps it going. Looking to scramble. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
These quarterbacks that just bounce and bounce and bounce and pull the ball down and make plays. Defensively, you just got to keep coming. You can't get tired. You can't get frustrated, really. It's the frustration that gets to you because they keep making plays and keep getting first downs. Got another opportunity coming up. First and goal. Try to hold them to a field.
Well, they try to go quarterback sneak, and I know to a lot of people that's a play we all take for granted, like it always works. Quarterback sneaks are designed to get just 1 inch. Somehow you've got to come up and do it. But the defense there, David, they bowed up and stopped them.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Now on second down. They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game. And so far, they've taken him away.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. The DBs will back off a bit. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Clemson! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. He'll take a deep shot here. Fires the pass, intercepted. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line. First down here for the offense. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. Makes it past the marker. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Quarterback keeper. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out. And
he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, moving behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Catch in the middle, it's McCoy. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
What a great rush by the defense. Understanding, winning up front, getting to the quarterback, and rattling him. Try not to get a penalty, right? Because, God forbid, you touch these guys too hard, you get called for a penalty. Nice job getting a good clean hit pressure on the quarterback.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Looking for more room. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll leave it with him. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
To the air, it's Sellers. And that pass is intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Florida State. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the point after is good. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it that way.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Now on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Quarterback checking the play. On second down, he's looking downfield. Had to throw it before he wanted. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Now on third down for this offense. He's looking downfield to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
This is a long fourth down try, but the offense stays on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to get to it. Takes a hit as he fires. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. They'll start this drive from the 42. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback checking off. Looking for a man. It's Glenn. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete in the middle. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. On the move is the 30. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, no! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to put a stamp on that one with a 41-yard run to the house. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
To the air, it's Sellers. Getting some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He uncorks one deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Offenses know and work on it all week. 3rd downs. We got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and it's just a great history of Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead of you.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
They're bringing heat. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next time.
Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to run for it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. Goes to the option. Moving toward the end zone, and the ball is free. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble?
Man, I love running quarterbacks, but I get it when people are conservative about it because this is why. Because they do have a tendency to fumble the football more. They don't work on those drills every day like running backs, taking care of that thing, wrapping it up, and you could see it there, and he coughed it up.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
He'll field the punt and take it back. Just about a half-minute to play in the 1st half. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Glenn. Finds his tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Safe completion on the screen. They're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback looks for a little space. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. And with time running out here in the first half, not willing to invite disaster, the offense takes a knee, and they'll go to the break trailing. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Noles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fair catch called for and made. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers.
He lets one fly deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Leaves it with the running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Pulls it, fired complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Seminoles are in the hurry up.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
A strike downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it first and 10 from the 28. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
That incompletion leads to second down and 10. The give to the tailback. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Glenn. Makes the grab on the left. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down, because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
On 4th down, looking to pass. He's got it. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And the Noles are moving quickly down the field. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second and goal for this offense.
42 Spider. 4-2.
They go to the ground. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
And they've moved closer and closer, and still they need 2 yards. 3rd and goal. Motion from the offense. Finds his big tight end. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line.
As a defense, I don't want anything going north and south. Nice job by the defense, understanding that, playing really strong, really stout. The ball starts to bounce now and go backwards. Gets no yards on the play because of the great defense.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they open runway ahead? That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Really nice run there by the Tiger quarterback. And, you know, even the great passers like Trevor Lawrence, remember that great run? And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Off play action. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
Man, you want these guys that can take the top off of defense. It changes the way they're going to play coverage on you, and he does it right here. Just runs by the DB. He had no chance to try to catch up with him. Makes the big play down the field. And this will change the way you play defense against this guy the rest of the game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Western Michigan is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is not a given. They're up by 4 over Central Michigan. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. DBs will try to keep everything in front. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Give to the running back. Looks as if Clemson will have the 1st down. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And Sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
Florida State, 23. Clemson, 21.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet.
That QB might want to register as a 501c3. With the amount of donations he is making to the other team right now, interception number 4 now, putting his team in a bad position time and time again. We might want to start thinking about a change here.
They'll ride Davis here. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Glenn. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires left. He's got him wide open. Touchdown, Tigers. They move on top here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride. Gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Got enough for the first. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not for a very productive pickup.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. They didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Hit the afterburners, kid. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can...
Touchdown, Florida State! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 2 here in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. On the move. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
To the air, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Runs for the tackle. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle. Because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
Here's the handoff. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
When you're in plus territory on 4th and 1, I don't think the quarterback was ever thinking about coming off the field.
I wouldn't be surprised if the QB convinced the coach to go ahead and do it from the way it looked.
100%. That's the coach. We got this. Absolutely. We want more points. We've got to go for it. I believe in my guys. The players always try to go for it.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They've been running it, but now the pass. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
They'll go with a direct snap. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
And he's got it from 57. What a beauty. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Western Michigan is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is not a given. They're up by 4 over Central Michigan. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. From the gun. The running back looking for room. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He breaks a tackle. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
The defense has to continue pursuing the football there. You saw the running back was able to make a guy miss before getting out of bounds and getting a big gain. You can't let up here in the 4th quarter, defense. We need better effort.
Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. They'll rush to the line. Clock stops for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, no! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead and do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
The extra point is good, and it's important. The lead is a touchdown now at 6. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Bringing it out. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you can tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
On target to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Handoff from the gun. At the 35, he's got room. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Might as well give it to him again. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun, running back on the move. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Seminoles! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead. They want to see if they can score the deuce. Finds his target down the middle. Just couldn't nudge it across for the 2-point conversion. They'd hoped to go up by a touchdown, but they're still up by 5 here in the 4th. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Offense getting set for first down. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Clemson.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after the